since we're on travel and potentially dangerous situations, why don't we just talk about the Titan?
The Titan?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Do we have the? Let me see if I can find the clip. Go ahead and introduce it, and then I'll see if I can find the audio.
For those that don't know, Sunday, I believe it was either Sunday or Saturday. The signal for the Titan, which is a submersible that was made by a gentleman, I forgot his name, the CEO of the company.
Some dumb fucking idiot that decided to fucking make a homemade submarine controlled by a GameCube controller.
Submersible.
Yeah, you can't even legally call it a submarine because how shitty it is. The government's like, we won't give you a permit for that.
So they go. It's a tourist trip. They're going to go see the Titanic, right? So the submersible disappears. The signal is lost, and the whole world is in a frantic frenzy. You know, there's a countdown for the hours
oxygen
that are left in the oxygen, and it's just like the moment that I heard the signal was gone, I was like, them niggas is out of here. Like, I don't know shit about shit. I don't know some submarines from submersible. I'm not a marine biologist, but from things that I know in the movies that I've watched, if a signal disappears, that's not good. And you're 16,000 feet under the ocean, it's over with.
Now there's word coming out that the Navy actually heard the submarine, because in the water you can actually hear, like if you were to knock on the side of the submarine, you can hear that from like miles away. Yeah. That shit is like so dense, I guess.
Because sound travels different through water.
Yeah.
And since there's not that kind of sounds, like, because you're not going to hear.
It's not bouncing off of anything to stop it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
like the Navy supposedly heard the fucking thing imploding where the pressure got into the fuselage and just collapsed it.
They heard it.
You heard about this, right?
Yeah, I heard about it.
And that they didn't tell us. They didn't put that out. Now, conspiracy world has to go into why wouldn't they tell us about that, right? Because then you see the news and I'm not trying to bring this into political discussion, but the news went into like full on like OJ mode.
Yeah. It was all about the sub.
Yeah, we're gonna have the countdown. It's like the plane that disappeared. Malaysia. Yeah. We have the countdown there on the ticker. We have the Chiron going by. We have people's tweets fucking wishing best wishes and all.
Yeah.
We have a submarine expert coming on.
A few.
Yeah. Where it's like a very simple thing when you watch the footage of the guy explaining the submarine. He's like literally pointing at fucking doodads and going, "Yeah, I got that at Bass Pro Shop. It was $9.99.
I got a bargain for this one."
Bargain. And it's like, yeah, this is the knockoff GameCube controller, but it works just fine.
When I saw that controller, because I recognize the guy as a gamer. Follow me on Twitch, Skrillkill, SKRILLKIIL.
Scumbag.
I recognize that right away as a knockoff PlayStation controller. Like, you can use that controller to play, I don't know what version of PlayStation, maybe even 3.
It might have been 1, I'll be honest.
It was either 1, 2, or 3.
It didn't have enough buttons for 3.
It was old.
Yeah.
It was old, though. So, and he had the joysticks extended. I'm just like, brother, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Just even with the little thing, what if that just breaks off?
Oh, he said he had a backup.
What, a fucking NES fucking... What do you have, a duck hunt gun? In case you came across it.
The duck hunt, that was for the like sperm whales and shit.
Yeah, he had a duck hunt gun for fucking wildlife. What an asshole. I hate that guy. I'm glad he's dead. That's what this is the thing.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, let me get to the conspiracy thing.
Sure.
Is where I just thought that maybe they were using that as a distraction. I'm assuming maybe for the Joe Biden thing. We don't have to go there though.
Yeah.
The thing is there was like a lot of conservatives going on their shows and going, you know, it's really sad that the left wing is making jokes about this because the guy was rich and he did. This is more of the we hate the rich thing. And I'm like, I'm a conservative. When I covered it, the first thing I said is like, when I saw the footage, I was like, this guy's a fucking moron.
Yeah.
He's a douchebag. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Like, he decided to do, it's like people who go skiing and I'm not saying like they deserve to die, but they're kind of putting themselves in that position.
If you go big game hunting and you get mauled by a creature while you're trying to kill that creature,
it's part of the game.
You signed up for it, brother. I'm sorry. Motherfucker, they had to sign that paper. The only person I feel bad for on that trip is the kid, because he didn't want to go on a trip. But you know what? Even in that, I don't feel that bad for, because it comes a point in time, especially as a man, where you have to stand up to your father.
He was 19,
and you're still a dude. Come on. If my dad,
no. 19, I'm saying he's 19.
Yeah,
he's grown enough to say, Dad, you're
tripping. And you're
not going.
You're not going on the stuff either, nigga. What are you talking about? We'll just go do something else.
Yeah,
for Father's Day. But it's the wanting to please
aspect. Yeah,
that and it got him killed, and I feel bad for him about that. But the rest of them niggas, nah, come on, bro. I mean, you saw what you were getting into.
Yeah, literally. You went on a dumb trip.
You went into a tuna can that you had to be locked into.
Mm-hmm.
They were sealed. They couldn't get out until they got to the surface anyway.
I wouldn't even be like, I would look at it even if I was into the whole thing. I would look at it as soon as I got there and go, nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Show me, what are you controlling this with? Are we playing Smash Brothers?
This is ridiculous.
This guy's an idiot. Yeah.
Are you gonna play the video of him?
Oh well, I have the audio of the. Oh, you want the video of him showing his?
I want him showing off his
craft.
His craft, yeah.
All right, well
and we also got to get into the again. We just had the affirmative action conversation. This gentleman literally said, "I didn't want to hire 50-year-old white men for the job."
He said that?
You didn't hear that?
No, I gotta find that clip.
He said, "I didn't want to hire. I wanted to inspire the next generation. So I wanted younger people on my team, people of all different walks of life." And you know what I think it was? I think it was, if he had hired a 50-year-old white person, they would have said, "You're out of your fucking mind, and this is gonna kill people." And that's why he didn't do it.
They wouldn't work on the job.
They wouldn't do it.
Because he was too fucking cheap. That's why he didn't want to hire fit. You gotta pay a little guap for some 50-year-old white man. But it's gonna get done right.
And that's what I was gonna say. I'm not saying it's not possible. James Cameron went down to the very deepest part of the ocean and came back up. But that was after years of research, years of building a craft specifically designed to do that. And safety precautions. He
didn't even go all the way down. He, at one point, a drone like separated and goes into the
there was
ship.
A deeper part that he didn't go to.
Yeah.
He was right next to it. That shit was crazy.
Which, another thing I just can't figure out, what the fuck were you going to the Titanic for? Like, what is there to discover or see? Or is it just because it's the Titanic?
I think this guy was trying to create the next wave of tourism. He was trying to bring
OP was calling it dark tourism.
Dark tourism.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, I mean, can you imagine? Let's say it was a success. Let's say he built a very capable submersible, a very capable submarine that could hold people comfortably, and it worked and everything. And he was successfully able to replicate this over and over again and make a trip to the bottom of the ocean for people to view the Titanic. That would be an explosion of tourism. You would see fucking Instagram stars and
start the business. One of the things you'll find, there are other sub operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and
I'm sorry, Skrill. I didn't mean to cut you off. Continue.
You would see rappers flexing like, "Yo, I'm about to go see the Titanic, nigga." If the shit was safe.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think I will say he's forward thinking in that, because it's risky. But if you could pull it off, hey, you found something that nobody else has.
It's the same thing of doing the space trips.
I was just gonna say, you said you would love to go out in space. I look at going out in space and going under the ocean the same way. It's too risky to me.
Actually, going into space is less riskier than going into the ocean.
Is it really?
Yeah, because you have like the way the astronomers and physicists explain it is that the atmosphere between space and the Earth is just an atmosphere. the ocean is like comparable to like 50 atmospheres.
Well, yeah,
on top of you.
Absolutely, because the pressure and all that, you have a lot to consider. But there comes a point where if you are launched into space, let's say you stay in the atmosphere, something goes wrong and you lose this connection. There's nothing that's going to stop. If your velocity is going forward, you're just going to keep going.
Yeah, but I might have a better chance at like reserving my oxygen in space. You can't do that as good in underwater. And I think it's just the pressure of the water itself. There's more pressure on your fuselage. So
it's still, to me, it's still, because depending on which way you drift, if you drift towards Mars, you'll freeze by the time you get to that planet. If you drift towards the sun, you'll melt before you get to Mercury. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it just depends.
Drift in a submarine, you just might come across some Somalis or something. Yeah. And then that's a whole different problem.
If the submarine floats, then you're in good shape. But unfortunately for these people, it didn't happen like that. So,
well, let's hear this dummy talk about how he didn't hire white men.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah. I think that was him talking.
When I started the business, one of the things you'll find, there are other sub-operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and they...
Is that it?
Yes. That looks like the fucking sub you find on Grand Theft Auto.
The one that Trevor steal? No, that one was better.
Actually, I think you're right. It was. But that was only for...
See a whole bunch.
Yeah.
For 5.
It looks like a fleshlight.
Bunch of 50-year-old white guys.
Is this sub is uncircumcised? I see.
Got a lot of schmegma.
A lot of schmegma built up.
Bring it back
One of the things you'll find, there are other sub-operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and you'll see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys. I wanted our team to be younger, to be inspirational, and I'm not going to inspire a 16-year-old to go pursue marine technology.
I'll tell you what, you inspired a whole lot of 16-year-olds to never get into marine biology. Nigga, what is he talking about?
You know what that means? They're not inspirational, meaning like they're not, I guess, innovative. And it's like, you're not really going to innovate that unless they invent something that's going to let you go deeper. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he came across a bunch of old white guys that heard his plan and were like, no, you just can't. It's not feasible. Well, you have to do it a certain way, and it's just not.
He was probably advised several times that the things and the pieces that you are using for this submersible are going to fail if you get to a certain depth. He was using materials that you would use on a boat in this submarine. Like,
yeah.
Shit that belongs on the top of the water was going underneath the water. That wasn't designed for pressure. It was bound to fail.
And when you say boat, you mean one of those like paper mache boats they make you make in like third grade.
It's carbon fiber. He put carbon fiber in the submarine.
Did he really?
Yes.
That just had to have just. What did that? It probably broke, and then they're just inhaling carbon fiber particles.
I mean, I guess the only solace in this is that they died so fast they didn't even know. You know what I mean? Like they
for them.
They were so deep, and when it imploded, I don't know if you want to find a video after you play this, but
of what, the implosion?
Of what it would look like.
If it imploded?
If it imploded, yeah. But play the rest of this.
I think it's just a bunch of.
I'll send it to you.
I think it's just a bunch of talk. I have the sounds of the knocking. Supposedly they were knocking on the side of the sub to alert.
That knocking came out days after they were dead, though.
Yeah.
That wasn't them.
Ooh, that's eerie.
Yeah, that wasn't them.
Let's hear it. A siren?
Yeah, I think that's.
That sounds like some dude just knocking on like the side of like whatever wall he was sitting at.
Let me in.
That's probably not even real. I don't even hear any like water fucking ambiance to it. By the way, we're going to be opening up the phone lines in a bit. Probably right after this. I want to hear what people have to say about this sub idiot. Missing sub, listen closely. That's fucking fake.
Daddy, I'm coming.
It wouldn't even scream. You would have heard nothing.
Yeah, you would just hear like water bubbles. I think this is all lies. They're trying to sorry, hold on. Trying to pull the wool over our eyes. I'm trying to find, let me see, the Titan crushed, I guess. Oh, you sent it to me? And nice. What is this? Like a reenactment? This mist? You know what I'm talking about? It's like this game called Mist. I think it's called Mist. I hate you for bringing this in.
What? It makes you feel like you're there.
Now, guys, this isn't actual footage. Just so you know, over-explain it. What is this?
That's the implosion.
It just went black. I thought it was gonna show like the outside of it, like crumbling up.
Yeah, that's on. Hold on. Yo, where the fuck?
I like how they show the Titanic in the background. They really paid attention to detail. Holy
the camera
fuck!
Pans away like
to the Titanic.
It's lost.
The forbidden. Like it's the Titanic's fault. And they zoom into where Jack and Rose stood on the end. What faggots. Do they have somebody crying at the end?
I don't know.
Hold on. Oh, it's an AI. Not an AI. What is this?
Yeah, I hate myself for sending you this too. I'm sorry. Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh fuck! I think you accidentally sent me something from your private collection. Oh my goodness, that was odd.
Yeah, I can't find it. That's weird. I saw it on Instagram.
All right. Well, did they find them yet?
Well, no, they're never gonna find them. It's over.
Oh, they're just
you can't find them.
They're at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, not even that. I mean, the implosion was so violent.
It pushed them.
They were probably torn into pieces,
and they're drifting now. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's over with.
Well, from what I hear is that it kind of implodes. Not implodes like that, like an actual explosion. It's almost like it's more that it sucks in because it's all the pressure.
It crumples like it can.
Yeah, yeah. They found pieces of the sub, Lisa Marie. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like part of it is that they used it as a distraction. I know I sound like that guy.
Well, I mean,
but
it's definitely plausible, especially since the government knew they were dead when they were dead. You know what I mean? Like they knew.
They knew.
They heard the boom, put two and two together. James Cameron said he knew. As soon as he heard the story, he was like, "They're dead."
Yeah, and he'd know.
Well, he would know. If anybody would
he did a lot of fucking research to make Titanic, so.
Not only that, but again, when you talk about people who have at least the people who have experienced and done these things, James Cameron has experienced it and has gone farther than the Titanic. So, I mean, if you're gonna talk to somebody about it, that'd be the guy. In my opinion.
I see. I get you. He's I guess a credible source.
Definitely.